no money's being put out on this card?
I didn't know that.
Okay, so we are not communicating, guys.
I was told it was.
It's a lie. Oh, so why are you telling her incorrect information then?
I guess she didn't ask at the time.
She has to ask to know.
I mean,
well, are you okay with him spending on this?
No. If you don't have the money to buy stuff for the house, then it's my money.
Download my new Simpler Budget app today and take control of your money once and for all.
Hi, my name's Samantha, and I'm 27 years old.
hi, my name's Todd, and I'm 28 years old, and we live in Kerrville, Texas.
And this is Financial Audit.
Guys, thanks for coming over. Always love having a couple on. It's an exciting way to start the week here. The audience are seeing this on a Monday, so thank you. We'll start with you, Samantha. What do you do in Kerrville for a living?
I am an accountant.
Okay, cool. Well, that's a little confusing because the first thing on my plate and, filling the endless bingo card of Financial Audit is an IRS bill. So I guess you didn't account your own money, sure.
Well, that's not my bill.
What do you, huh?
That's not my bill.
Well, look.
Wait, are you guys married?
Not yet.
Not yet. No.
Oh, you guys are not married?
No, not
Whoa,
since
how
June.
long have we been together?
Over
almost-
a year.
Yeah. November made a year.
Are we engaged?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the ring.
Oh, okay. Congratulations. When did that happen?
August.
And when are we getting married?
June.
Okay, interesting. So we're having a going into marriage conversation.
Yes.
Very interesting. All right, what do you make doing accounting?
65 now. 1,000.
Very good. Okay. How does that stretch out there?
Pretty.
I would think
well.
pretty well, yeah. Okay, Todd, what do you do?
I'm a firefighter paramedic.
Okay, what do you make?
You're
shaking, guy. You nervous?
Well,
You're running into fires.
Yeah.
You just got a little fat nerd in front of you. I'm not a fire.
Yeah, well, here. Either way, my base pay is about
All right.
$68,000, and
Wow. Okay.
last year I made about $20,000 in overtime. So
Wow. Okay. So really, are we expecting that pretty similar this year?
no, not at all. The
So closer to that 68.
yeah, they
Probably about
really took
75.
a chunk of our overtime.
75.
Is it good for
75.
total? Yeah.
Well, what happened?
Government things where they want to cut down on overtime price.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you sound like a
the-
Texan wearing camel the government.
Yeah, goddamn government take on money.
Yeah. They're fully staffed now.
So
yeah.
you were understaffed.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Probably
honest.
not for the community
Oh no,
who doesn't want their houses to burn down or to
there's
have a heart
people
attack.
there. We're just getting paid more.
Yeah.
Okay, but this would be a combined household income eventually, kind of ish right now, of $140,000 a year. We're engaged. We're not married. So how are we doing finances right now? How does this work in the house? I assume we're at least bunking.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so how are we doing finances?
So we have a joint bill pay account for our joint bills, and then we each have a bill pay for
You're
our
jointed. Okay.
Yeah. So that part we are jointed on. The rest we pay out of our own, and then we buy house stuff with whatever's left over out of our individual.
House stuff. What's house? What?
Oh,
House
we're
like-
building a house with our.
You're
ourselves.
building a house.
Yes, by ourselves.
Yeah.
Please tell me you're not both on that yet.
What do you mean?
Are
No,
you?
I'm not on. I'm not. The mortgage
How long
is
have
under
you been joint paying the bills? How long have we had this joint account?
August. Since
Yeah,
August.
I'd say so.
So it was basically when engaged.
Yeah, like we came back from all that, and
Wait, you've been together for a year. You've been engaged for 6 months, so you got engaged after 6 months?
we
8
got
months.
engaged 8 months, probably.
Okay. All right. So what am I looking at? With such a strong income, household income, I have, this could be in Fat Stack Week where it's just, endless paper.
Yeah, I know it's there's a lot of bills on there for sure.
And we're building a house while we have all this?
Well,
How much is it costing to build a house? What are we
to be
building kind of house?
almost all the debt that we have, it really is mostly about building the house.
Yeah.
What? How much? What is this house?
It's. I mean, the mortgage is 80.
We already have the
Sorry,
mortgage. Are you building or is it built?
I'm sorry, land loan. The land loan. It is a land loan with a well, and
It's not bad to own with a well, okay?
Yeah.
It's not bad to own land, obviously, but it just depends on what our entire financial situation is like. Okay, again, what is going on here? What are we looking at today?
So for the most part, got the land loan, which was originally I want to say 127,000. Now it's down to 80. So that's took a
Sense.
what?
Since
4 years ago. So,
wait, who got this land? Because you guys didn't know each other.
No,
Who got the land?
It's only
So
under his name.
so you bought this land a while ago, 4
yeah,
years ago.
4 years ago.
Okay, you're 24. You took out a loan for it. Cheap land out there. Sounds like it. What's the land size?
5 acres.
Oh yeah, cheap land out there.
Yeah, I mean,
At least for like Central Texas, it's cheap
Yeah.
land.
yeah, way cheaper than here, but
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay. I mean, that's certainly potentially a good investment depending on how we're doing things. But like with what I'm trying to get towards more is how are you guys doing? Like, what do you guys look like today? What is happening here? The finances, we know you have a joint account, but what are we looking at? Because you guys are going into marriage, so what are we talking about?
Well, we're trying to get the house done before the wedding. We're doing it all ourselves, and we're pretty much at the point where we're cash flowing everything that we need to do on
Cash
the
flow.
house.
We have IRS debt. We have debt. What cash flow? What do you mean we're cash flowing? I feel like we're just supporting ourselves because we have all the debt on our back.
Those are just monthly payments, I mean, there's still a good amount of money left over every month.
The IRS.
Yeah, I could pay them, monthly. It's a monthly bill.
Yeah, but usually there's pretty brutal interest with that. And you really don't want to
I don't
up
know
too.
about all that. It's like, what, 8%?
That's not brutal. You want to know what really pisses me off about when they tried to ban TikTok? You or I could go into any data broker's website right now and buy anyone's data for a few bucks. It's completely legal. Big companies with poor security are getting hacked every day, and your personal information is being sold on the dark web, so spammers, scammers, and identity thieves can target you, and they face zero repercussions for it. If the government can ban TikTok, why won't they protect us from these similar practices? It's on us to protect ourselves, and that's why I use Aura, today's video sponsor. Aura keeps you safe online by doing all the hard work for me. They will identify data brokers who are selling my information and submit opt-out requests on my behalf. Give Aura just a few weeks and you'll stop seeing your information on these sites when you search yourself, which will lead to less spam. Aura will also continuously monitor the dark web and alert me if they find my personal information has been exposed. They're gonna let me know fast if anyone tries to use this information to access my credit or bank accounts. Plus, they'll give me up to $5 million in identity theft insurance should the worst case scenario happen. You can go to mylinkaura.com/hammer to try 14 days for free. That'll be enough time for Aura to find out if any of your personal data has been exposed. Something that's not beating the market or the housing market.
What would you say the interest is on that?
I honestly don't. I can't remember right now.
Oh, what? I thought that was your job.
Well, not that part. I don't remember that.
Well, what do you mean?
I do taxes. Look, he wasn't paying me. He didn't get me a
Are you
special
aware of each
offer.
other's finances?
Oh, yeah. Completely, yeah.
Doesn't sound like it. Okay, I would know the interest on the debts of my potential partner because 4% versus 8% versus 16% is a huge difference. Wouldn't that be something we kind of want to? Okay, are you sure? How informed are we? If that's considered informed on each other's financial situation, are we aligned on our spending? I'm trying to really get some insight into the coupleness.
I would say that we're pretty aligned on it. The IRS deal, so we did an extension. During tax season, she works a lot. So she didn't really have time to get to it during that. So we just filed an extension and then got it done. I don't know what the deadline is, August or something? August, September. So we filed it then.
No, October, sorry.
Okay.
Just been making, regular payments on that since then. Because I owed money.
Still feel like I'm not getting. Maybe I'm not asking the question correct. I'm really just trying to understand, like your guys' relationship with money with each other.
Oh, well, anything that has to do with the house, we pay together. Is that what you're
Just the
trying to-
house.
Yeah, I mean, like land, the mortgage.
What about everything? What about your guys' just communication with money, budgeting, anything at all?
Every paycheck, we put a certain amount towards the joint account. And
Put
then all the bills.
Towards the joint account?
Well, into our joint account.
Yeah.
A certain amount of money? So it doesn't all go into the joint account and then split from there?
Oh,
Which
no.
is traditionally what I would do when we were married, but I mean, we're not yet. Well, so how does this work? So you guys get paid into your own accounts and then you put a little in the joint account. Where does the joint account go to? That just goes to paying for the house?
So it goes to our house and all of our utilities, to the credit
Wait,
cards.
Okay, hold on. 2 of the credit cards? You guys are, okay, sorry, continue.
So, and then we each put enough in for the month to do 50-50. And then when they
50-50 what?
of the total bills.
based
Okay.
on
He pays 50%. I pay 50%.
So we're still viewing it, and honestly might be correct as of now, maybe not the habit we would be doing in the future of his and mine. We're still splitting it, even though we still have the account. It's not one big pile of money that is ours, and then we allocate it, not depending on how much came in from each source.
Yeah, no.
Why are you guys doing it this way? Again, you're not married yet, so I'm not like gonna necessarily even push for that. But where's the mindset on this?
I would prefer not to have everything 100% combined until I'm on the loan for the land.
Why is that the deal breaker?
It's not a deal breaker, but I would like to have some equity in something if I'm going to be putting.
What about equity into the marriage?
Well, yeah.
Don't we trust the person we're spending?
Well, absolutely.
Our life
but
with?
he works kind of a scary job, so if something ever happened to him one day, I want to make sure that.
Well, no. I agree with that. I'm not against that concept, but why not be joint until that specifically?
I think that's more a you question.
Well, I don't even really know. I mean, we're joint on a lot of things, right?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a way really that we choose to split up who's pays for what other than the main bills. I don't know if that makes sense, but he kind of wants his own thing. So if he buys something that I think is stupid, I can't say anything about it.
She can't say anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, my own spending account would be pretty cool. I think it'd be.
Well, hold on, but how are we determining that? Because again, how are we determining that?
Well, I mean, when my check hits my account, right? So I say my, right, to indicate. Then I just put that money into the joint account, and then I keep the rest for
How much
myself.
do you keep versus joint?
We put
I get-
$800 a month.
Yeah, so I
Each
guess.
That's enough. 800's pennies for what you guys
$800
make.
a month. Or each. I'm sorry, 800
Yeah,
each.
it's you guys should make decently more than that. So that the rest is going to fun. The rest
Oh,
is
no.
just going at
then,
that.
like,
So what is the point then? What are we
Well,
talking
then
about?
I pay my car bill, my health care, insurance, things like
Yeah.
that out of my own account. So
Sure.
there's all that. He has pretty much all of the same stuff. And then he has a couple other personal debts, well, we both do, that we're not going to split because they're from before we got together. So
But we can't power pay them down together because we know once we're married, because we know even though technically, well, yeah. What's our concept? What's your thoughts on that once you're married?
I mean, I'm not opposed to combining in
We're not
everything.
doing his, mine, his.
I'm not opposed to it.
I mean, I think even in all of that, I would still want my own spending account.
Okay, so this is more where my mindset would be, and I'm not necessarily opposed to what you're doing for what you're doing now. I'm just kind of preparing for the marriage situation. It would be, okay, we're allocating of the group pile a certain percent of money for fun. Is there a big fun thing we want to do together? How much does that cost? Okay, whatever. We set that aside for that. How much is left over? Okay, here you go, Mr. Todd. Take this, put it in your account. You can spend that money, but that's money that we're allocating as a household that we're understanding. Not, okay, after you put a little bit towards the necessities, you just go below all the household money. That is like,
Right.
because it's what I earned. We're allocating it as a house, and plus, why would would you possibly have fun money when you have 8% debt to the IRS? It's one of the infinity stones of financial audit, and you've collected it, which is not a good thing. So why would we even have fun spending in general when the IRS, the government, the ones with the guns, the ones who can take from your bank account without you even knowing?
They're getting their money.
They're getting their money now, but they're also charging you 8%, something that you are not beating on average in the overall stock market or housing market, and I know you're trying to get into it.
I mean, it's a small amount of money. That give them money every month. I'm really not
I've
worried
heard
about
that part,
But
what about the 8% interest part?
I guess that's just, I'm not really concerned about 8% on $1,000,
Why? Over 1,000, but why?
It's just, it's pretty minor. I mean, what is that, like
But it's
$80?
math. If you're going to take that
$80?
$1,000, put it in the market, you're not going to beat it. In an IRS situation, it's much more risky. It's the principle of it. If you don't
Yeah.
think that's that bad, what's going to say you don't think it's that bad when it's 10,000 in some
I guess
year?
the problem is that I've had to owe them money damn near every time I do my taxes. So I just,
Then why don't you have anything set up, or why do you not have your deductions set up properly?
We've discussed this. He's not. So the business that he had a Schedule C that resulted in the tax due for the last.
Wait, what
few
business was this?
It was a tree business.
Are you done?
well, building a house has become such a large.
How long have you guys been building this house. What is this house? Is this like some ginormous mansion,
No,
or is it a
it
tiny
is.
house? What are we looking at?
It's a regular old house,
Well,
know,
it's
20,
small.
20 by 30,000 square foot.
1,000 square feet. And how long is this taking?
A year.
We're doing everything.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, you guys. This
We
is
are
you.
us.
Why?
We're not going to pay for something we can do ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I vibe with that. I'm just trying to understand, like, our time's being allocated, where our focus is. Our focus isn't being paid off debt. Our focus is building the house. What are you guys living in right now? Where are you living? What is it?
We're living in the house. We finished the bedroom and the bathroom. And
So you're living in
his
an
son's room.
unfinished house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the bedroom's done. The
Yeah.
bathroom's done.
We've
so
got AC. We've got running water.
running water, power.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. I mean, it's better than paying, I guess, an extra payment. It's the fact that you're right. 8% on $1,000 is not going to make or break your entire life. It's the no fear of the IRS debt, not understanding that 8% is bad, that leads me to great like terror in terms of what this dude's okay with being in the future, especially getting into a marriage, because all of a sudden you could become an anchor to someone else, an anchor to the boat of what you guys are trying to get to.
I've made it very clear to him that we can't have future.
And his opinion on this, as he
no.
obviously
He agrees. I think
he agrees.
Yeah.
Then why the does he have this? His actions not aligning with the word I agree.
This is a newer debt.
You say you get it every year.
Well, yeah, that's a problem. Is I've changed. So one thing I will say, I have changed my how much money comes out of my taxes.
Yeah.
on his W-2.
So what's up with this business today?
And then so that was a business. So I stopped doing it a little under a year ago. And the main reason is because, you know, we were living in this little RV that was it was a free RV. So that can circle that down to what it was. So it was a free RV. So it was a piece of junk.
Why were you guys living in it?
That's all I had, you know. It was on the property, you know, it had power, but the shower was pretty junk.
Okay.
Either way, so I had to build a house, and whenever I was off work,
Well, we certainly couldn't have gotten an apartment.
no, that, you know, like
I was living in an apartment whenever we first met, and then in August.
I mean, an
moved
apartment would be
in
like
with him.
$1,200 a month, you know.
No, I get that. And building a house costs tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe
That's
like
equity.
but it's also equity.
Potentially,
But you know,
not necessarily
way.
always.
that would have been $1,200.
Because you guys are
less.
building this from scratch. Who knows if someone wants the kind of house you're getting? At least if you're getting it from a traditional designer, they're building it in a traditional type of market.
So my brother-in-law is a home inspector, and he's come and check it out and everything.
Home inspector means it's up to it's like the city isn't going to take it for you. That doesn't
Yeah,
mean
I
other
mean-
people would want to buy it via your design and how you're choosing to build
Yeah.
it. And it's a
Yeah.
1,000 square foot house. That's usually not the kind of house that people are buying these days. That is like a classic American starter home, but that's not how people do it today. Not in America. America's
Yeah.
like 1,500 or nothing.
I mean, I'll go ahead and say that if we're going to talk about house design, the house is built to be added onto, and that's a goal after we pay off
Great.
all
So
our
it's a
debt.
f***ing Lego set.
Yeah, exactly. It's a that's
Which
what you want to
is
say.
great for this building equity. Building equity is only a reality if you ever exit it or borrow against it, and with the bank value at it. I don't know. Okay. There we go. That helped me at least establish kind of where our mind is. Okay, so the house just took too much time, so you stopped. What were you earning on that job?
On the side job?
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of hard to say.
Well, you can pay taxes on it, so you should be able to say because you filed them.
I mean, typically use maybe a couple more grand a month on top of my.
That's
actual
huge.
job. Well, you know, it's pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, a couple grand extra a month is pretty good when we have debt.
But yeah,
It could be like he would get a job for $2,000 one month, and then he wouldn't have a job for, 3 or 4.
side hustles, I mean, that certainly happens in the
Yeah.
world of small business, especially the side hustle variation. What hits your account on a monthly basis?
I think after health insurance and all that, it comes out to maybe 3,600, maybe almost 4,000, but
Is he correct? You're
1,800. So
Yeah,
Thir-
36.
36.
I was-
Okay, what about you?
44. Oh, sorry. I just got the raise, so 48.70. I was at 60 and I went up to 65.
Doesn't make any sense. If you
Well,
make $68,000 a
that's
year,
my
why is he
base.
getting less?
That's my base without overtime.
But you're at 65. Why are you getting net
I mean, I
1,000
also
more?
got health insurance and I get child support taken out.
Are you on his health insurance?
No, not until June.
So she's taking care of things. Oh, how much is the child support?
$400 some dollars a month.
Okay, that
And
puts a dent in it a little
I
more.
pay his health insurance.
Was that is that pre-paycheck hitting?
Yes, pre-paycheck.
That makes more sense. Okay, what hits your account on a monthly basis?
48.
Okay, things make more sense. Does the kid ever live with you guys?
About half the time. A little under half.
You have to pay support with 50% custody?
I don't make the laws in Texas.
It's a situation, yeah.
Okay, any other kids?
That's it.
Are we gonna have more kids?
Yes.
Okay, well, this is obviously a massive stack we'd want to clear up before doing that. Okay, so income, yes, 55 hit for you. Was it just an extra good month, extra pay month or something?
Yeah, I got a bonus in December.
Good. Third, how often is that?
We usually get one right after tax season and then in December. So
Okay,
twice.
so infrequently. Then you were 3,700, which is just about what you said. Cool. So at that point, household after bonus, but normal household income we're sitting around the 4,800 plus 3,600, 8,400 total. Good, great, wonderful. Good. And even with a little higher month of 9,200, that's great. So how much should we spend as a house, guys, as a household? Because we're aligned on money. We should know. We're understanding where all the money's going. We know what's happening because we're aligned. This is what we've said. We understand each other's financial situation. This is what we have said on the show. So how much went out?
I'm going to guess about 8.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're guessing.
Yeah.
Why are we guessing? When we know our financial situation and know what's happening with the other person's finances and we're combined and we talk about it? Why are we guessing?
I mean, I honestly feel like we probably spend our whole paycheck.
That's interesting. Why are we guessing? Can you answer that question?
Because I don't look at his account.
You said you know what's going on with his finances.
I know what he spends. I don't look at the ending balance every month.
Yeah, I don't.
You guys aren't trying to practice budgeting as a household yet.
I guess not. No.
Well,
Why?
I think we're kind of at the point where
You have a joint account. Why?
Yeah, but I think we're at the point where, if either of us has extra money, we're just going to put it towards the house anyways. And house or groceries is pretty much.
Fun fact, no extra money. You spent $10,200. What extra money? That's more spending than came in on a high month. $2,000 more than a normal month. Where's this extra money?
I mean,
Insulation.
Well, I mean, when it's not on the house.
That's not extra money. You spent more than came in.
Oh.
You don't have extra money.
I mean, because we didn't spend as much the month before. I had extra money.
Is that?
Yeah, I didn't spend as much.
Is that true? Will I be
Yeah,
able to prove that is true?
Yeah, I think I had a beginning. Well, because I have a savings too, and both my savings and my checking had.
And you think it all goes to the house? That's where it all goes to.
No,
not
I
all
think-
of it, but that's where.
But that's where our
there's a
extra
lot of
spending
junk
goes,
spending,
guys.
for sure.
How much do you think you spent going out to eat?
Maybe
500.
300, 400, 500.
Okay, yeah. $918.
Damn.
Yeah, that's our future.
Nah. I mean, I believe that it's right there. I
Spent $1,000 more than you made, $2,000 more on a normal month. Spent almost $1,000 going out to eat.
I honestly can't believe that.
I honestly don't know where we ate out that much, but I mean,
Miscellaneous bullshit. Things
Yeah.
that don't matter. What do you think that is? Just extra little swipes, subscriptions, whatever. What do you think that is? Not subscriptions, but extra little swipes, bullshit toys, things like that. What do you think?
probably gas station stuff.
Yeah, what do you think? How much?
$300.
I don't even know where to begin.
Because we know about each other's spending. We look at each other's spending. You said you didn't know the balance, but I know what he spends his money on. No, you don't. You're not able to answer that question. Come on.
Yeah, that one.
All right.
$746. So now combined, we're almost $2,000.
Is that combined for both of
1,700.
us?
It's combined across the board.
Okay. Well, that makes a little bit more sense. But I mean, I'm not saying it's not a lot of money. It's definitely a lot of money.
Oh yeah, it's a
but,
lot of money.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but I acknowledge that's a
I
lot.
am wondering
but
what's in the miscellaneous.
I want to
junk
see
account
how we
thing.
got to 900 going out to eat though, because
I
I don't
know.
know how we could have possibly done that.
And guess what? Bright man over here, special guy, sent us a 2023 statement
Hey, hold
for December. But you know what? We included it anyway. And the reason why we did is because when we looked at 2024, it was basically exactly the same. Nothing changed. So this is a tendency. These are habits that are built out that are almost unmovable. It's basically the same exact thing that's been doing from fiance to before fiance for the barely even dating at that point.
Yeah.
Before you leave this place, Lindsay will work with you. both of you get Simpler Budget, the budgeting app that I made on your phone. On your phone before you walk out this door, it's not an option. You get premium for free with all the classes and live sessions with the financial advisors that we do, all that good stuff. Do it. It'll at least tell you where the money's going because it auto connects. Don't be dumb about this, guys. You have to budget. You have to know what's happening. You have to know how much is going out, how much is going in. You didn't know how much was going out. You didn't know where money went. You didn't even know how much went on fast food. At least it'll tell you how much goes on fast food. You don't even know a number. You gave me a third of what actually happened. Come on. Download that Use that It's simple. It's easy to use for a reason. We built it just for people like you. Okay? For people like me, too, I don't want the overcomplicated I just want to budget. Budgeting. It's a new year. We're all trying to budget. We're all trying to make it a little better. We're trying to improve our life. A lot of people on the show, a lot of people out there that I've heard from, they try to start a budget. They can't stick to the budget. It's because it's all too damn complicated right now. You use any of the budgeting apps out there, and it's crazy. It's hard to know what's even going on. It's impossible to set up, and it's a chaos to manage. That's why over this last year, I did the thing. I made a budgeting app for you guys. This does not need to be complicated. You're trying to take control of your life, so it should be simple. It should be chill. It should be easy to set up and easy to manage. I've called it Simpler Budget because that's all it is. It's your simpler budget. But we up the ante with continued education and an ad-free version. In the premium version of Simpler Budget, you can track your spending, set goals, and stick to a plan that actually works by connecting to all of your bank accounts automatically. No manual stuff here. There's actually weekly live sessions with financial professionals to answer your questions and keep you on track. They'll be teaching lessons and you can ask them things and they will actually help. There's also weekly mini classes keeping you up to date and educated on every financial topic you need to improve your life. Plus, for a limited time right now, you get access to our new budget-friendly cookbook with 55 money-saving recipes to eat well without overspending. And because I love you guys, and it's a new year, literally anyone who signs up for the month of January gets all of this, including premium, for free for a month. It's time to actually make a budget and stick to it for the first time ever. Let's take control of our 2025 and make this the best year ever. Download the Simpler Budget app today, a link in the description below. This budgeting app will change your life. You want to have kids, you want to have a family, you want to have goals. Your household finances matter, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. On go, I want you guys to give me at the same exact time what you think your household financial score is headed into this marriage. A 0 out of 10, 0 being the absolute worst, 10 being the absolute best. Where do you think your household financial score is? In 3, 2, 1.
3.
Okay, we're aligned. So you think you're pretty close to average. You don't think you're at the bottom of the barrel. We owe the IRS money. Why aren't we at the shit?
You know, I feel like we live pretty comfortably for what it's worth.
On debt, spending more money than you make. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. But at the end of the day, I mean, as far as the house going, we're almost done with that. So, we don't have to buy like insulation and drywall.
Guys, $1,000 going out to eat, $750 in miscellaneous. It is not about insulation.
Yeah, but I mean,
that was a month.
I think it pulls us up a little. He has a pretty good retirement. I know I don't have any, or pretty much any, so that's...
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, that's right.
What's your pretty good retirement?
TMRS.
He's at...
Yeah, how much?
24?
Well, it's 20, but it doesn't get 2 to 1 until I get 5 years. I'm almost at 5 years.
He's a third of the way where he should be in 2 years, so... No, he'd get a 3 out of 10 on just retirement alone.
Okay,
6,000, 60,000 right now.
Better than you are, but yeah, when you have 0, everyone's doing better than you are.
That's true.
All right, guys, if you want your Hammer financial score, it's free. See where you stand in the world of your financial health. Go to calebhammer.com. It's there. You can go to calebhammer.com/apply specifically if you want to come on the show. Have you guys had a good experience so far coming in, meeting some of the crew, talking to lovely Lindsay?
Yeah, Lindsay's great.
Then you get beat up by me a little and...
Yeah.
All your onboarding videos and all that good stuff. Thank you for going through that entire process because we want to braid you guys with information.
I was definitely braiding with information.
Yeah, we need to make sure you guys know what you're getting into. Okay, like that mustache is getting exposed to a lot of people right now. So
he trimmed it for y'all. So
well, thank you. That's so kind of you. I wish you could have trimmed this IRS debt, which is the first debt we're going to talk about.
Damn, I thought we kind of went over it. Like, it's got to get paid. That's
Yeah, but we need let's book it in the debt counter right now. $1,381.66. Okay. You said this is at 8%? What's your minimum monthly?
I paid $250 on it.
What's your minimum monthly?
They don't. That's a whole mess right there.
We have not been able to get. He had his last one set up on a payment plan, and they haven't cleared out that payment.
Last one?
Yeah, for
There's another one.
For 2023.
Is it done?
Or
Yeah, it's
2022.
paid.
Yes, that one's paid off. They
Why are you
haven't.
always so behind on your debt? Okay.
He hasn't. They haven't cleared out that old payment plan yet, and it's not letting him do a new one. So we need to get the IRS on the phone and get it figured out. But
Why haven't you got on the IRS on the phone and figured it out?
have you tried calling the IRS lately?
Oh, yeah.
It's rough.
We've
Yeah,
communicated well with the IRS to
Oh,
pay our
we
business
haven't.
I don't know
2024
about that,
taxes.
but $250 is what I pay on it, and so it should be paid off in a few months.
And then, fun fact, I will.
I'll do $250.
I will owe
Which
the
I know what the
IRS
minimum was. You'll owe the IRS?
$1,000.
Now for why?
I got some bad advice about the advanced tax credit for the healthcare, and I have to pay that back.
For the health care. You're on the Affordable Care Act? Do you qualify for that?
Well, initially, whenever I signed up for it, whenever I turned 26, I did.
So a year ago, what were you making at that time? So you're still on that. You still have your plan through them.
Yes, and
So you have to pay a little extra
Yes.
at the end. Okay, and that's just when taxes come due. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I drafted my return this
Okay, so
morning.
1,000. Okay, so 1,000 for future taxes.
Yeah.
8%, not insignificant. Again, on average, your housing is not beating that. The value of your land is not beating that on average. Obviously, during the COVID boom, sure. Apple Card. Who's Apple Card, or is it both? Are you guys
Yeah.
joint on anything
Only-
debt wise?
No.
Okay, so
I'm
you're.
sorry. Are we?
The AC maybe.
No, the AC is on my.
I thought
no.
you guys told me you knew your finances together.
I was thinking that we were together on the AC loan, but we're not.
How often do you guys talk about money? Really? Come on.
Almost
This-
daily.
Okay, just not in a smart way because you don't seem to know. Like you're
I think the goal we've had, or at least the goal I've had, is just paying off the lower ones first. So this Apple credit card is actually one of the next ones that I'm going to be tackling for sure, because it is my debt. That one's pretty diabolical, honestly, because you can just press the button on the phone and it's done, you know?
yeah.
And I don't even have the card, like, because I've tried to get away from it, but it's just so constant. It's constantly available. You can't really close it. Even if you lock it, it still lets you pay for it, you know?
Stopping at a gas station getting some bullshit. And
Oh, that was
stopping at
gas.
the grocery store and getting some bullshit. Only $10 a gas. $10.23 a gas.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
But why? Why on a card that is this maxed out? This has to be close to it.
Yeah, it's
How long does this take to pay off doing minimum monthly payments, guys?
it's going to take forever.
How long does this take to pay off using minimum monthly payments, guys? That was the question,
15
by the way.
years?
I'd say probably about 8 or 9.
13.
Yeah. No, I don't.
What is the limit on this card?
$2,500. That's the limit.
Okay, so we're like $60 away, 60, $70 away.
Yeah, that
Why
one.
keep it up there? I understand the paying minimums on some other. Well, we're paying a minimum on this, trying to pay off some smaller balances. I get that part. Why are we putting money on this card?
It's
Do
just
you know money's being put on this card?
I didn't know that.
Okay, so we are not communicating, guys.
I was told it was.
It's a lie. Oh, so why are you telling her incorrect information then?
I guess she didn't ask at the time.
She has to ask to know. When we're communicating about
For specific
finances,
dates.
she's required to ask to know things.
I mean,
This is how we're starting our communication before the marriage happens.
yeah. I mean, she didn't. I mean, you know, it was a couple times on there. Besides that,
Why doesn't she get to know unless she asks?
I
That
guess
you guys were on the. Or what would you? Are you okay with him spending on this?
No, I mean.
So what are we
really.
doing then?
I
Come
guess
on.
in my mind, that's my debt and it's my problem. So when
Yeah,
I'm
But
fucking,
it's communal
kind of.
It is communal money though, because if you don't have the money to buy stuff for the house, then it's my money, and then in that way it becomes joint. And
right, all right. Well,
Plus, depending on how you guys do things, she could be responsible for it if you get
yeah,
In
you
the
die on
future.
me.
as an assets would have to be sold in order to maybe settle.
right. Well, it's just, I mean, I don't want to have the debt, but it has
Great,
been
pay it
hard
off.
as heck to pay that thing off.
I don't want to have the debt, so let me spend money and make the debt worse. It's an interesting philosophy. It's just a strategy. Not one I've personally considered.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know what really to say on that thing. The reason I spend on it is because it's always available no matter what you do.
But it's $60. $60 away.
Yeah.
$60 and it's done. You want a maxed out credit card in your marriage?
No, but I almost have one of my own, so.
$79 minimum monthly payment. That's all we put towards it. And yeah, this is maybe gas, I guess. It's a little bit of gas. What are you driving?
I drive a Chevy 1500.
So it's like no gas.
I mean, it got me to work
Yeah.
that day, right? So
And is that what we're doing? We're living day to day over $120,000 a year as a household, and we're just like, oh yeah, I made it to work. $140,000 a year as a household. I got to work. So those are the big goals we're striving towards. That's where we're happy and satisfied. Yeah, interest charge last year alone $669.
Is that,
$669 that could have gone towards insulation. I know you like your insulation.
yeah.
yeah, I mean, honestly, that's kind of surprising it's that low, to be honest with you, because
And we're okay with that.
I mean, I'm not okay
You're
with it,
spending on it, so you are.
but it's
You're
just
spending on it, so you are. Your
25
actions are suggesting that you are okay with it.
I think it's not the I want to get rid of it, but it is kind of a backup plan whenever I need money.
You could sell one of the cars and
One
maybe
of?
maybe pay something off.
What is one of? Well, how many cars do we have?
Well,
Renting?
Don't
or,
be one of these guys. You're one of those guys. You look like one of those guys. Of course you're one of those guys. You're in the hill country.
they all ran when I bought them.
Great. How many piles of metal do we have?
We have his car, my car, and we have 3 non-running. So a Jeep, a bucket truck, and a
Well, how much?
I just sold the bucket truck for what it's worth.
For what?
I mean, like $2,000.
it's not running.
It wasn't
because either
running, and it really is kind of a piece of shit. Yeah.
Why do you have all this?
Well, the truck is a dump truck that I built.
It's a dump truck that you built?
Yeah.
You built a dump truck for the
It's
tree?
It's a Ford 2500.
Is it for the trees?
Yeah, dump like firewood and stuff, or chips.
Chips.
Yeah, wood chips.
Why are you dumping chips? Well,
Well,
for
when
the
you get
business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I
is
went
it for the business?
Yeah, it was for the business.
Okay.
It was a necessary purchase, and now it just doesn't run, which is why I have the truck I have now. I didn't have any payments, but
How much were you making off these chips?
I wasn't. I mean, it's just a way to get rid of them. Just a way to throw them.
Was
in the
this the
trash.
business you were making $2,000 a month on?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, that. So and then.
So is that a part of the reason why you're not doing it anymore? Because this isn't driving?
no, it drove until after the
But
end of
it's
the business.
not now.
But
I think if it was running, he would probably be still doing.
See, that's what I was asking. Why are you
Right.
denying that, dude?
well, I mean, I don't know if I would still be doing it. Might sell like firewood still, but
Yeah.
What are you doing with firewood?
selling it.
Well, after you cut it down, people
So
want
you
to
cut
take
down
it away.
trees, but you would have to be cutting down other people's trees for that, right? Or are you cutting down your own trees?
No,
people's.
it's other people's trees. But
Okay, so you'd still have to be doing the business in order to do that firewood thing.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I stopped it so I could start working on my house. That was the whole thing.
Yes, no, I got. Yes. Yes. Your lovely future wife thinks you would be doing that today if the truck ran, is what we're saying.
He definitely still gets people calling or texting about it sometimes, asking him to do house or different trees, different places, and so I think he would. He has a hard time saying no, so I think he would still be doing it if we had those.
What would be good for you guys? Obviously, okay. You're not credit card people. You're
No.
not.
Nope.
Congratulations. You don't know how to use that. Use the Fizz card. It's a debit card that builds credit, so you can use the Fizz card. Wonderful. Okay, use that. And I'll also gift you an accounting certification so you can, use that leverage and hopefully get a raise from Course Careers. And then we'll also get you guys to sit down with our therapist for 3 sessions for free at Sondermind. So you're going into this marriage healthy. Please tell me you're open to therapy. Why'd you just
Yeah.
look at him?
Oh, I am,
Oh yeah.
This was a recent
Or you're going to be a
conversation.
man. I don't need
He wasn't-
therapy. I don't need to talk about my feelings. I got a Ford.
He wasn't totally against it, but
okay.
he said if it was us together, he'd be more open to it, but nothing individual.
Well, did you suggest he should do individual?
Well, I was just thinking, in general, just to figure out where we are before we go into everything.
Yeah, why aren't you open?
I mean, I feel like if that was, we're
He feels like he doesn't need to talk to anyone.
I'm a red-faced man who lives in the hill country, has a Ford. I'm a man. I'm wearing camouflage.
look. I'm fine with where I'm at mentally, but I don't think that's what we're here to talk
feel
about.
free to use them. Not necessarily. That's not. Everything in the world impacts finances.
Right.
Like everything comes back to finances. It's mental, it's relationships. So much impacts it. So you're right. We're here to talk about finances, but everything impacts it in a different way. Couples therapy before marriage might be worth at least sitting down, talking some things out. Mostly because it looks like your future wife would like that. Just why are you against it? That's just why I'm so
I'm not
curious.
necessarily against it. I just don't.
Was it a bit fruity for you?
I wouldn't say that. Like, I'd be fine with if we needed to do like a relationship deal, but
A lot of that stuff, I'm not going to on the therapy world too much, but it's just like a lot of it's you don't wait until there's something wrong.
Right.
A lot of it is just healthy. It's just good. It's just another health to take care of. Reading's good for health. It helps, statistically, less people that read have a less likely chance of getting dementia. There's physical activity health. There's a lot of different health. This is mental health.
right.
It's good to take care of that. You want kids eventually. More.
Yeah.
You're going to be busting them out.
Definitely
So,
busting some out.
what?
Some sounds like a lot.
Well, how many kids are you guys going to have?
Oh,
I think 1 or 2.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. You want to be in the best place necessary.
Yeah.
Okay, what is this? Who has the Discover It card?
That's me.
Okay, you're right. You do have a card. It's quadruple compared to the last card.
Yep.
Okay, what'd you do here? What's happening?
So back last April, I decided it was going to be a good idea to put LASIK on that card.
LASIK
So
on a card that is accruing interest.
So I went and tried to get a personal loan, and it was going to be 23% interest.
They weren't having a borrowing through the place that did LASIK opportunity.
No. And then I tried to get care credit, and it was going to be a 26% interest. And yeah, I think that one's 19.
Yeah, it's close. It's basically 17,
Yeah.
or 18, but still 18%. Yeah, sure, it's better than 28. Doesn't mean it's f***ing good. It's crazy. So why was LASIK such a critical need that we couldn't try to save up for this? Because I know you guys use a lot of money for the house, so obviously we have the ability to put money towards it. And LASIK, for a lot of people, I would love to hear you defend it, is not a medical 100% necessity. I would love it. Do I need it? No. Sometimes running a business can feel a lot like juggling flaming swords. You got inflation, interest rates, and supply chain headaches flying at you, all while trying to stay ahead of the competition. So how do you keep it all together without losing your shirt? The answer is today's sponsor, NetSuite by Oracle, the world's #1 cloud ERP system trusted by over 41,000 businesses. NetSuite combines all the tools you need like accounting, financial management, inventory, HR into one powerful platform. No more wasting time piecing together a patchwork of apps and systems. And here's the kicker. With NetSuite, you're not just managing your business, you're running it smarter. You'll get real-time insights, forecasting tools, and the ability to close your books in days instead of weeks. That's less time cleaning up the past and more time planning your next power move. Big or small, if your business brings in millions or hundreds of millions, NetSuite helps you tackle challenges head on and seize opportunities before your competitors even notice. Want to take the stress out of managing your business? Download the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning for free at netsuite.com/hammer. It's packed with insights to give your business an edge. Again, that's netsuite.com/hammer. Thanks to NetSuite for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's jump back into it.
I decided that it was a necessity for me.
Okay, so it wasn't a necessity, correct?
Because it cost me about $600 a year for my vision, or between insurance and glasses, contacts, eye exam, all that. It was about $600 a year. And then I was terrible about taking out my contacts.
Yeah, the interest on this card was $1,290 last year.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
a net, I think, f*** you.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, and I'm okay with that because
You're okay with that?
yeah, I mean,
But your justification was it was $600 a year, but they didn't have LASIK.
But I was so bad about taking out my contacts and
Go wear glasses.
And I could not get my glasses were going to be super expensive if I had to get the ones with astigmatism. And
I have the ones with astigmatism. It wasn't that expensive.
mine were going to be.
I think it's worth it.
What parts were going to be a lot?
The lenses.
Through who?
My vision center.
Why would you go through your vision center?
Well, they would run it through my insurance, but I only got like 100.
What? To get the frame? Buddy, you can get glasses from like a million different places. There's budget glasses options like crazy.
But it was the lenses that were expensive, and they only covered 150 anyways.
No, do you think the place that measured your eyes are the ones that are creating the lenses to give to the places that you buy frames from?
No, I know they send them off.
What do you mean send them off?
They don't make the lenses in the. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? You could have used a budget-friendly place. Even Sam's Club.
Okay, but still the lenses were going to be... I'm sorry. I'm saying the lenses. I'm not meaning the lenses. I realized my error there.
Oh.
What am I saying? The glass part.
The lenses.
Am I
How
saying that?
many places did you price shop them?
I can't remember the 2 online, but I looked at 2 online, and I've gone to 2 different vision centers in our town, and we only have like 3. So I am okay with I know it's a lot of interest. I'm okay with
I'm
the
okay with
LASIK.
you getting LASIK as well. Highly encouraged. Good job.
Well,
That's
and
not
it
the thing we're
was
fighting about.
also-
I'm just saying you have an 18% debt on it with $0 invested in your future.
Yeah.
And even if you did, listen, I open my brokerage moo every single fucking day, and I buy an S&P 500. Guess what? It did great last year, but on average, it's doing 10%. You're out of debt. For LASIK, something you did in 100% need for a medical emergency or necessity, you have that at 18%. I am not against LASIK. I would encourage you to get LASIK. Good job. I would not be doing it at an 18% debt. Because it cost me $600 a year for... Fine, you get expensive glasses. These were a couple $100, so let's say yours would have been about $600.
Yeah.
$1,200 a year in interest a year on this.
Yeah, but it was years.
So you, your math is broken. It's simply broken. Is this not making sense, guys? Are the numbers not adding up?
The numbers. What are they saying?
I don't feel bad about that debt. I'm
not saying feel bad about the LASIK. It's the debt is absolutely stupid.
And part of it was because of just the headaches and everything, and being bad about taking out my contacts. And if
Glasses.
And glasses would give me headaches at night. I can't see at night with glasses.
You sleep with your eyes open?
We're driving, especially like in this time when it gets dark at 4:30.
I see what you're saying.
And I cannot see at night. It gives me headaches.
With glasses?
Terrible. Like it's awful. And so I was wearing my contacts, really bad about taking them out. I was going into the eye doctor pretty consistently because of dry eyes, things like that, potential infections, potential holes in the back of the eye. I went ahead and did LASIK, and so I don't regret that at all.
I'm good with the LASIK as well. The debt for it was horrendous.
But I am still okay with that percentage as opposed to potentially having to get eye surgery later because...
And if I talk to your doctor, he would 100% say everything that you just said. And you're not just using it as a way to get out of this little pushback.
No.
I've never had to deal with any of that, but if I had to do it, I'd get LASIK.
No, but you know what she's dealt with. Is that 100% accurate?
Her doctor did say, "Hey, you should get LASIK for what it's worth."
You should get LASIK.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did say that.
Okay.
I'll go with that, but
No,
I would get. I mean, if I had to pay a little bit of debt on there, I'd be fine with it for eyes.
I'm okay with a little bit of debt again. It's we're talking about the kind of debt.
I really didn't want to go the credit card route with putting it on there, and I probably could have waited a little bit longer. And it was also before we moved in together, and I was doing really good about paying it until we moved in, and then my extra money started going towards house.
A house that you work on and don't have any equity at. That's stupid. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it was basically replacing my rent that I was paying in my apartment.
It was, but now you're not making the progress on the credit card that you said you were before. So that.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, all of it. In my eyes, it was like all of my extra money needed to go to the house, and
instead of an 18% loan.
Yeah.
On something that we all agree with that we're glad you got,
Yeah.
but now we prioritize paying it off.
I am trying to now. I haven't spent on it since October, and
You're fucking spending on the card? You were spending on the card?
yeah.
Oh my! So it wasn't even just the. So it's just like, what am I? Are you kidding me? That's completely different. You're spending on the card. Not anymore. You were. How much of this was LASIK versus spending of the $9,340.50?
55 was LASIK,
Oh my!
and then
So why are we talking about LASIK here, lady?
Well, it's over
half
half
of
of
it's
it.
not. Half of it's bullshit, probably. Your LASIK. That's not even what it was.
A few of those were my
Few of those double.
a few of the charges on there were my CPA exams. I know I had put a few on there, and those are 260-ish.
Dude, you make so much money. Why would that purchase have to be on a fucking credit card? That is your money's mismanagement. You're trying to make it sound like, because I need it for my fucking career, it's okay. No, you should have been able to cash flow this because you're actually making money. And that just speaks to your financial mismanagement. You make money. It's not a get out of jail free card because it was something that was good. Same with the LASIK. You could have actually afforded this $5,000 thing. You could have. You make good money. You off your money.
I don't know if I'd call it off, but
I would. I just saw $1,000 going out to eat and $750 in miscellaneous bullshit. So off your off your off you.
Yeah, I still don't. I mean, I did not know it was up to 9,000, to be completely honest with you.
Oh, but we talk about our money every day, guys. Every day we sit down and we talk about our money. Huh?
I thought he knew about it.
Well,
He knew the LASIK was on it, and I thought we talked about it.
I knew the LASIK was on it.
we apparently think we talk about a lot of things, but apparently we talk about fucking nothing.
I don't know about that, but
Well, so far we've looked at what? 2 credit cards? And you guys did not know the things we talked about, so yeah, sure. Be defensive about that. It's literally inaccurate.
Yeah, maybe. I guess so.
Maybe, I guess so. What, you think she's gonna beat you on the way home? What, you can't talk up and having a real opinion? You know I'm right. You didn't know the balance on this, and she didn't know you're purchasing that other credit card. You don't fucking know, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I really don't have room to talk on mine because I also have
It's
a
not
shit
a blame
credit
game.
card.
I'm just acknowledge the fact that you guys do not know as much about your personal finances as you suggested you did.
No, you're. We don't.
He almost actually admitted it. Well, he did. I think he's more afraid of his wife, though. Future wife.
you're afraid of me.
Really? I don't know. He's pussyfooting like crazy. Okay. So, yeah. $1,200 in interest. So, okay. Not all for the LASIK. Did you see the moment in the conversation where after you explained it, I was about to accept that, okay, fine, now let's just deal with this card. It was for LASIK. Sounded like it was medically necessary. Did you see where I got there? Yeah. Yeah. You almost had me. And then half of it was spent on bullshit. So
Being honest. So.
We're
I
almost
know.
there.
I know, but you led me to believe it was all for LASIK. It was misled.
As he would say, you didn't ask.
Yeah, because that's how adults do things. Okay, so what is this? Oh, AC.
Yeah, that's
AC
our AC.
loan. Good. So we're not cash flowing the house. Like,
That's the only thing we.
pretty
did not
big
cash
thing.
flow.
It's multi-thousands of dollars. In fact, $3,526.24. Huh?
That and the lumber. We didn't cash flow the lumber, but
All our extra money is going to a house that we're cash
The
flowing.
original frame.
the original frame of the house.
I don't care what it is. It's not everything. You're not cash flowing this house. You're borrowing for
I think I
multi
said
parts of it.
Now we are cash flowing.
Oh, thank
everything.
goodness.
Yeah, I'd say the original frame.
So now we're
was
cash
the
flowing
loan.
instead of paying for the debts that we used to
We're paying
start
all our
it.
debts. They're all on time.
Minimum monthly payment. It's not what I'm considering paying.
I don't know. When you're living in a house that you have to, that you can't fucking
You're living
cook
in 2 rooms.
Yeah, exactly. Then you start just throwing all your money at something instead of
Yeah.
paying on debt.
So what do I do when I know I would make bad behavior if I get into a situation? I don't get myself into that situation. It's an interesting philosophy. Can't use it as an excuse. You did it to yourselves. That doesn't all of a sudden justify. So again, I don't think I said $187 is the minimum monthly payment on the last one. Minimum monthly payment on this one is $228.59 with a 9.5% interest. So now it's like not even competing with the S&P 500. sake. Certainly not on the land.
I
mean-
think that was the better interest rate we could get on it.
Yeah.
That does not mean it's good. I have to get that
What was
guys
the
out of your
It's
head.
100 degrees in Texas.
Yeah. What
And-
would I don't know. if
You
y'all-
got yourself into the situation by choice.
Sure, but I mean, it's going to go into the full price of the house. You know, I mean, it's
Yeah, that you could have cash flowed at 0% interest. Now you have something that's 10% interest. Put multi-thousands on it, then you pay
Yeah.
multi-hundreds extra.
I don't know.
You don't know?
It
What the
doesn't
f- do you
really.
mean?
It doesn't really add up when you look at it.
It is literally adding up.
No, you need
$31
an
a month.
AC. You need an AC to live around here.
By this situation you forced yourself in, you are justifying it because you made a dumb decision.
I don't know about a dumb decision.
A
I
dumb
think
decision because
renting
now
an
you have a
apartment would've been
9%
dumb.
loan on it, plus another multi-percent loan on it, plus not paying your taxes, plus
Yeah.
not being ready for your future taxes, plus having 2 maxed out credit cards. Yeah, I'd say stupid.
I can't
I don't
agree with
think
you that.
the AC is
It's,
stupid.
I think, renting an apartment and then trying to do all this would have been stupid. 'Cause
That
that's-
doesn't really make any sense. Renting an apartment, you're not forced to make stupid financial choices to take out loans in order to deal with certain things of the apartment. When you live in the apartment, you have the landlord. When you live in the apartment, you can budget a little more accurately because you're not putting your extra money into these Lego pieces of a house. When you have an apartment, you have stability instead of this
Yeah, but if you're
confusion that you have
paying
on.
That's
$1,200,
$15
$1,400 a month.
Oh, it's
and-
not going into equity? Is that what we're about to say?
It's
No,
not
I'm
going to
saying-
any.
Guess what? Your
Definitely.
9.5% is going into equity for the f***ing bank. What equity you're getting into your house? 2% a year raised
At least
gains,
it's my house. It's
hoping
not,
that people are
an
going to
apartment.
want to buy it.
I'm not really worried if someone else is going to buy it.
Then
But
there's
it's
no
my
point of the
house,
equity anyway,
know?
because then it's not even ever going to be realized. You don't even know what the equity is. Why are you caring about equity if you're never going to utilize it?
I mean, it might. At
Oh.
the end of the day, it's going to benefit me. Or an apartment's just a place to live.
Apartment would have benefit your financial situation because
I
you
don't know
would.
about that,
12
especially.
I don't know.
How much
That's-
guys have you put into this house this last year?
Maybe like 30 grand.
I'll say,
Okay.
yeah, 30.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
an apartment would have benefited your financial situation.
Yeah, I
Yeah, but
don't
once
know
we
about that
finish
one.
that.
Are you guys stupid? Do you not know how math is working? If you spent $12,000 a year on rent versus $30,000 at the house, yes, you have an equity position, but you wouldn't be owing the IRS.
Well, I think we still owe the.
The IRS comes first. You can take with their guns.
They can take after I don't pay for a while, but
The money you're putting into the house is gaining 3% a year on average. You have the debt that is accruing 9.5% that you could have paid off if you were spending half your money on living. It's dumb. We all want property ownership. I fucking have it in my Hammer Financial Score, property ownership. That's how much I care about it. People rag on me all the time for that. I don't give a fuck. But guess what? Obviously, I give a shit about that. Doesn't mean if you're doing it in a dumb way, it's good. Property does not equal always good no matter what. You can still do it in a stupid way. You're doing it in a stupid way. You're putting yourselves in situations where you're justifying a 9.5 interest thing in order to stay a little cool. Yeah, when you're forced to justify that, yeah, you're doing it a little bit wrong.
yeah, I just. You
Yeah,
can say
I just
whatever you want.
disagree, yet you're not able to use any logic to justify
Because
that.
you're saying $12,000 a fucking year.
Yes.
$12,000 a fucking year.
Yes.
That's like goddamn. That's fucking half the house of the year that we spent.
I get that, but it's not forcing you to put more money other places. Also, you're taking care of your risk. You have so much risk on top of you. Debt equals risk, and you have a variety of debts, maxed out debts that you're making no progress on other than minimum monthly payment debts. Okay.
I feel like I'm making
no
progress on
no
mine.
good rebuttal to that. As someone who owns their home, let me tell you know how you feel when you try to pick a show that's on a streaming service and there are way too many options? That's house hunting with mortgages, except picking the wrong choice signs you up for a world of headaches. But I've got some good news. Money.com has lined up its top mortgage options just like your favorite playlist. They simplify the noise to help you actually figure out what mortgage options will work best for your situation. If you're a first-time buyer, why wade through a swamp of lenders when you can get a clear path laid out for you? Money.com does the heavy lifting, comparing options in one place. So if you're tired of the mortgage maze and want a straight shot to your dream home, check out Money.com's list at the link in the description below. Seriously, it's like having a GPS for your mortgage journey. So get started by checking it out at the link in the description below. This is a paid endorsement sponsored by Money.com, which is compensated by its marketing partners. Fuck. Home Depot. Yeah, that makes sense. So what part of the house was this for, guys?
Yeah, so this is going to be the most diabolical dead right here. But
Diabolical. Oh boy.
yeah, no. So I use this, and I'm going to go ahead and say I was recommended to use this
By who?
by a friend of mine.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Good.
So I'll get into that one. So I use that to get the original frame because you have to put it all up at one time. So it's just a frame. And
It's just telling me you couldn't afford to do this project.
I don't
started.
know. I don't
Borrowing
really
debt.
see what the difference in what we're doing though than someone going and taking out a $200,000 loan to buy a house.
I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Okay, yes, tell us.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. Someone does that. And they borrowed it at 5%. You're borrowing this at 30%.
Yeah. No,
What the f- do you think is different between 5 and 30? Come on. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Go on. Continue your story.
So yeah, I mean, there's 0% APR for 6 months, and when you sign up for it, you really think you're gonna get it in 6 months, and then you
Well, because we have to justify every single purchase we're ever doing, spending $1,000 going out to eat, having to get AC, having to do all these extra things because we put ourselves in a situation that's uncomfortable. So we have to do extra things in order to make it comfortable. Go for it.
So that's pretty much how I got there. I didn't pay. I didn't even get close to paying it off in 6 months.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, I know. Big
How'd that
surprise.
happen? Oh, that's curious. We're all shocked. We're all stunned.
Yeah, that was yeah. I wouldn't recommend that to anyone to get a Home Depot credit card because you're not going to pay it off.
Yet it is how you are doing it. Okay, $5,112.90, $188 minimum payment, $1,800 of interest accrued last year, 30% interest rate. This is
Yeah, that one's disgusting.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
We had to do it
that
because
was
we had to frame our new little house.
yeah.
You guys could have done this a good way. You could have gotten a home building mortgage. You could have just done this in a smart way.
I think had he had not started this before we got together, I think things would have gone a little bit differently. But it did start. It started well before, and so
Wait, how you started this? How many years ago? Because you got the land but
Yeah, I got the land and I put a well on it, septic, electric, and then did the piers, and then
he started the actual house about 3 months before we met. So he already, he didn't do a package on the mortgage.
you know we're allowed to change directions sometimes if our life changes, and your life has changed.
yeah, this one
That being said, she seems to be very supportive of this. So
I genuinely have no idea what I'm gonna do with this one because I can't pay the minimum. It's
can't pay the minimum. What do you mean? It's $188.
no, I can pay the minimum, but it
doesn't make a dent.
It doesn't make a dent at all.
It makes a little, but yeah, it
doesn't seem like it,
It's gonna
'cause-
take a long time. How long do you think it takes to pay off?
I think it's 20 years to pay this thing
It's
off.
just about 20 years.
But it's like I pay the minimum and it just keeps going over 5,000. Even when I get it under, it just doesn't.
Oh, is
move.
5,000 the limit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had some fees last year. Yeah.
I guess a home building loan might have been the way to go with
Yeah.
that one.
But here we are.
At the time, it seemed like a good idea with the 0% APR for 6 months, but it just never came around to being. It fucked me. I mean, I can't grow much too more on that.
All right. Let's keep looking. Okay, what do we got here? What is this?
That's your
This looks like okay. So this is another loan.
I think this is your truck. The 12.
9.25%. Is
No,
this truck? Oh, what is this? It's $12,819.86.
I think that's the well loan. I believe that.
Oh
that's
my
the
gosh,
loan.
you didn't cash full fucking any of this.
Well, well is 30 grand. You know?
Yes, but you're getting yourself into a position where you're forced to borrow. That is not necessarily a good thing. We do these big things that can be good when we're able to do them in a good way.
I did get on the well. I'll say that.
All of this, man. None of this has been
on
good so
this.
far.
I actually paid half of it.
I see you're at 12,819, but it's still
So
at 9.25%.
I originally was quoted 20 grand for a well, which is fair. And then this company ragged me around for like 7 months saying, oh yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. And then COVID happened and they're like, oh yeah, now it's going to be 30 grand. And I'm like, all right, you. So I went to another well company and then they were the same price anyways. It was 29. So I gave them 10 grand and then,
Fuck.
so
Okay.
it was
You
pretty.
gave him 10 down.
I gave him 10 and then I got a loan for the rest.
So this has been sitting for about 4 years. Okay, maturity date's 2028. This is taking forever. $1,400 of interest accrued last year. This is the well. Okay. Your minimum monthly is $469. Now this starts to stack. This starts to stack here, man. That's where I start feeling the minimum monthly payments. When you see a $469 minimum monthly payment on a well.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm going to let you in on a little thing. You don't have to borrow $20,000 when you live in an apartment for water. Okay. Now, what is this $10,982 loan?
so that's my truck.
Okay. Does this truck run?
Yes. I don't owe on any of the things that don't run.
Okay. What is the truck?
It's a 2009 Chevy 1500.
$9,200 is what it's valued at. So a little underwater, but not dramatically. This is a couple $1,000 essentially. But yeah, this again, the minimum monthly payments is where they start to stack up dramatically. $339.68. Well, that's 10% interest.
That was
The 10%. Don't tell me this is one of the better ones that we could have got.
it is. I mean,
That doesn't mean it's good. When did you get this?
It's
year
been a little
ago?
over a year now.
Yeah, rates were not good.
Yeah.
Why'd you have to go borrow for this? Again, this is the interesting thing is you guys have gotten yourself into the situation that we already know about where you're forced to borrow for all these different things, making your minimum monthly payments absolutely brutal. But the thing is, if you guys actually cash flowed some of the things, lived in an apartment, you would be buying this truck in cash. You'd be doing all these things, and then you'd save for a couple of years. You'd do this house in cash. All this stuff, if you just did it properly, you're delaying the entire process and longevity of actually paying for it by a decade, if not more. This is brutal, man. Maturity date's 2028 again. Gosh.
yeah, I mean, I had a cash flow truck.
It's the one that broke.
Yeah, and they just keep.
Why didn't you have an emergency fund?
I mean,
A
We've
property
talked
without
about it.
emergency fund? That's.
We've talked about this. We need to get.
I'm glad you
I
guys have talked about it.
savings.
Why haven't you done anything?
Well, I've started back up my savings. I have a decent amount, but
What do you have?
Well, no, I'm sorry. I did have a decent amount.
Where to go? What did you have?
I was almost at 15,000.
Oh, where to go?
Most of it went to the house.
Ah! Because after the interest that accrues on all this, whatever equity position you had, I mean, it'll be eaten up anyway. A lot of it through just the interest. Oh, guys. And you?
yeah, no, I don't
Nothing.
have
Oh, well, have you learned your lesson? Because you had to get another fucking truck and borrow 10% for. Okay,
Yeah, I
great.
brought
I
it.
see another little special thing. 17,000 this time. What is this? $17,008.50.
That's my car.
Oh, what kind of car do you have?
2018 Jeep Compass.
Oh, it's a Jeep.
I like it.
You like it?
Well, it's not a Jeep.
It's not
Jeep, a
insanely
SUV.
reliable for a long time.
I think it's been pretty good. I've had
Pretty good.
Had
You've had it
for-
since.
I've had it for almost 4 years.
Okay. How many miles are on it?
70.
Yeah,
I know I'm under on it.
you're under on it
Yeah.
by $5,000. It's worth 12.
Yeah.
At least it's at a 4.75% interest rate.
Yeah.
That's the first interest rate where I'm not vomiting at today. $416 minimum monthly payment though. There's just the other stack and the pyramid. This is getting brutal at this point. These minimum monthlies. This is
I
rough.
forgot
Man.
my whole savings did not go to the house. Half of it went to this car.
So before,
Yeah.
and it's still underwater by 5.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
My last
Oh,
car, the turbo
fuck.
went out on it, and it was going to be too expensive to.
Oh, after half your savings, it's still underwater by 5. This is man. You got this car 4 years ago. So you got this during the car fucking just crisis of price.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
fuck.
There was. I couldn't find any used cars that were reliable in our area. This was
Another
the first one.
2028 maturity. So you had a 8-year loan on this thing.
No, it was 6. 3. Okay, maybe I got it 3 years ago. Sorry. It was absolutely a 6-year,
Okay.
which I know is really high, but it was
Yeah, not great.
absolutely- Yeah, I am positive it was a 6-year though.
You know the rule? You don't know the rule.
Third of your income.
A third of your income?
Don't go over a third.
For a car?
That's what I've always heard.
Who told you that?
Is that not what you've always heard too?
Who told you that? Possibly.
A
It's the
third
most
of your-
American thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. Who told you that?
I've
told you
heard
that?
it. I've heard it.
Brian about the money, guys. That's who we trust. That's who we trust. They talk to the people that are a step beyond yours. You'll get there eventually. We talk to the bottom dwellers of finances, the ones who are at the the 0 to 3 financial score. They got the 5 to 7 financial score. They say no longer than 3-year term. Yeah, you broke that by 2. No more than 8% of your gross income on a monthly basis, and 20% down minimum. That's when a car loan's considered relatively affordable. Yeah, you broke that rule by multiple.
Well, I'm gonna blame my parents on that one.
Well, yeah, don't listen to fucking people that don't know anything and aren't good with money.
Yeah.
It's usually, and it's another crazy philosophy. Student loans. That I sniff student loans on you.
That's me.
So this is for the accounting degree?
Bachelor's and master's, yes.
Oh my gosh, 31,000.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot.
I'm in forbearance right now until March.
Why?
I honestly have no idea, and I've called them.
What were you in? What were you in? Like a payment program?
Yeah, I was in the
PSFL.
Yeah, they're the
or Save.
Save. Yes,
You were in
I
Save.
was in Save.
It's because it's being challenged in court. But guess what? I'm not a crystal ball person. It's not looking good though for the Save, especially with the new administration. So you're likely gonna have. What was your minimum monthly payment previously?
115.
No. What about before Save? Your minimum monthly payment's going to be about $400.
Yeah. So in March it restarts at about 100, and then in November it goes up to 350.
I'll put it at 100 for now. November 3. Okay, I'll put it at 100 for now. I think I don't think things look good for this loan. I'll be honest.
For the Save?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things aren't looking good.
Yeah, I don't.
Let me see if there's been a status update. I haven't followed the news around that one specifically. I'm curious. It's still currently suspended on legal challenges because, August 2024, 8th Circuit Court of Appeals issued an injunction blocking the implementation of the SAFE plan. That included provisions for lower monthly payments and interest and subsidies. The United States Supreme Court declined to lift this injunction, leaving the plan on hold as litigation continues. Wow, that does not look good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd be prepared for something chunky.
I wasn't going to start.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, my plan was, assuming that I don't screw myself in other areas, but is to put the extra, so do 250 basically into my savings, so that whenever November rolls around, I make sure that I have backup in there.
Backup? Why don't you just budget properly once it's? I'm good with an emergency fund, but why not just?
I want to be able to just pay the 350, 400. I think it was a little over 350. I want to, but I want to have that just in case. So I'm going to start acting like I need to pay 350 now.
Okay.
And
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I would rather that extra 350 go to a 18% credit card, but I see what you're saying. Well, we'll talk about that at the end. Okay, what is this? What is this now? This must be the lot loan.
This is a mortgage on
the lot on the land.
Yeah.
Okay, it's at 5%, so that's fine. $82,202.65. Minimum monthly payment $815. Not much to say there. Hold on, what is this?
That's McCoy's.
That's
McCoy's credit card. It's
It's a McCoy.
lumber.
Oh, it was. That
It's
was
a lumber
not
store. It's not like
that was
just
for
lumber.
plumbing.
What? I feel like I'm missing the first page of this. I may have f***ed this up, but I'm seeing $1,768.66. Okay, lumber.
It was actually we can call it a hardware store, but
It's lumber. What is the minimum monthly payment on this?
pretty low. Maybe 80.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of those ones that it depends on what's the balance is.
Why so many fees? $221 of fees last year. What were we doing? Were we late ever? What was
I've
happening?
been late.
I don't honestly.
Would you honestly know based on this conversation so far? I
Well-
don't think you would know.
All of that is set up on auto draft. So
Yeah, but what if there wasn't enough money in his account where it came from at the time where it tried to
comes from our
draft?
joint checking, and there's always money in there. I check that religiously.
Does this have a ton of fees added to it on a monthly basis?
I don't.
No, here we
I
go. Look,
genuinely
fees
don't know.
added this last month, $22. Dude, this is a brutal card. That plus the interest, dude, this card's f***ing brutal. The payment, yeah, it's a security fee. This is insane, dude. That's plus the 34%. Oh, okay, most of it's at 30%. And even still, there is a 34% option in there for a few bucks. This card is that is a card. Is there any other debt here
What do you mean in McCoy's?
that you guys have?
That's everything.
I think
That's
it's Apple.
Okay, we're about to go into the checking account, guys. when you get home, it's not an option. Again, you're downloading the app before you leave here, the Simpler Budget app. When you get home, start taking the budgeting class together. Go through the classes, go through the quizzes. Take the debt class together. You guys utilize debt every single second of your life. Learn through the quizzes what is actually good debt and bad debt. I walk with you, holding your hand every step of the way, and then take the investing one because you're going to eventually have to start investing and we'll define your profile. Take all 3 classes, please, together with the quizzes, everything. It has changed over 10,000 people's lives. You guys get it for 15% off. Wink. But come on. Okay. KCFCU. Is this joint or whose is it?
That would be mine.
Okay, Dr. Pepper, Spotify, Dr. Pepper, Mexican, Bar and Grill, Mexican, Dr. Pepper, IHOP, Tavern,
I don't go
Dr.
IHOP.
Pepper, Mint, Dr. Pepper.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Venmoing out money. Twin Peaks. Dude's looking at some tits.
Dude, are you serious? Someone must have my card because I don't go to fucking IHOP.
This isn't a joke.
This is not a joke, but this is your statement from.
I've never been to Happy Cow Bar and Grill.
Yes, you have.
Oh, this is 2023.
Exactly. I was just going to say.
Yeah, for sure.
This is your
Definitely went
2023,
there.
but guess what? We had your 2024. We decided to keep this anyway because your spending's the exact same. Couple different locations, but your spending's the exact same. And I know you'd be looking at them titties a year ago.
Yeah. A year ago.
Dr. Pepper. Yeah, this has not changed. Other than the titties, like the spending is the exact same today.
That, yeah.
Titties, or sorry, Dr. Pepper. This is crazy, dude. Dr. Pepper.
It is a problem.
Amazon. Oh, it was a year ago. I'll have to look at that. Dr. Pepper. Apple Bill. Toucan Gyms. Tacos. Dr. Pepper. Beer. Dr. Pepper. Overdraft fee. Hopefully that's different these days.
Just being a king out there.
Yeah. Mexican, Toucan, Dr. Pepper, Blizzard, at an inn,
Blizzard.
Toucan Gyms, Mexican, Dr. Pepper, Whataburger, Dr. Pepper, Hulu, Dos Amigos, Dr. Pepper. Okay, that was brutal.
Yeah, it's
Crazy. And it's the reason we did that is just to show him that nothing has changed. Other than, they're not all going to boobs, but it is the same spending today. It was like literally the exact same. So the math did not change. It was like a few bucks or something. It's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
we've had discussions about the gas station. And
Good.
the
We've had
Dr.
discussions.
Pepper.
Why has nothing been done? Why have you not listened to your future wife? What's happening? Come on, Dr. Pepper.
I have decreased the size of the Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Oh, the literal size.
The literal size.
Yeah,
yes.
the literal size.
Come on,
Now,
guy.
the amount, has not changed.
Why? It's not good for you either.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
no.
biggest thing.
Yeah. I use it like an energy drink, really.
It's also not good for you. Why not brewing coffee at home on the cheap?
We
Yeah.
don't have a kitchen, so we
But-
don't have a coffee.
I guess
Because
that's
you
still
guys
not
have
an
set yourself up for
excuse.
great success with this house, obviously.
yeah.
I don't know. I just, it's a sweet treat, man. I can.
You're a sweet treat. You're a dude.
2, 3.
You drive
4
a
times
fucking
day.
what are you, a little fucking teenage girl? I'm so confused.
Midday Dr. Pepper, get you going for the day.
Are you going to stop?
Yeah.
What can we do to get him to stop? You know him. This is so much money. So much money. What can you do?
I think we need to find an alternative energy source for him.
Yeah, brewing coffee. You have an outlet. You don't need a kitchen for a coffee maker.
I mean,
Are you connected to the electricity?
Yeah.
Congratulations! Make coffee, for sake.
I don't honestly know. I mean, I think it's just going to be his willpower that's going to make him stop because I don't know.
If you're not willing to stop for your wife or your future kids or for your own future, like, you, this conversation's done. It's fucking Dr. Pepper, dude. We're not giving up the biggest things in the world here.
Yeah.
Be a fucking man.
I could try coffee, but
Do you like coffee?
it's all right. On ice. It's about the only way I like it.
There's the little teenage girl thing again. Coffee on ice.
Well, I don't put anything else in there. It's just black coffee and ice.
$95 ending balance on this Wells Fargo. Which one is this? Hobby Lobby, Sally
The
Beauty.
continuation.
Oh, Hobby Lobby, Mary Taco, Whataburger, Rockin' Rita's, Music Center, Texan Cooks. You also stop everywhere like crazy. So don't get on his ass about it. Get on each other's ass. Keep each other accountable. Cook food. Meal prep. Wait, how do you guys cook?
I cook on an air fryer and a microwave.
We also have the little one
Oh, and
burner.
a single burner skillet.
I'm going to call this Dr. Pepper for you. Stopping in and getting some bullshit chilies. Dr. Pepper. Raising Cane's Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. Rustlin' Rob's. Hobby Lobby. Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. Fredericksburg Brewery or something. Daily Donuts. Please don't.
I guess.
Dutch Bros. Chick-fil-A. Big Lots. Who the goes to Big Lots?
I love Big
Belk?
Lots, and it's closing down, and I'm really sad about it.
Good. So you can't spend there. Vintage stock. Oh, Dr. Pepper. What a fucking joke. Okay, what's this?
I think that might be my 24 Kerr County.
Oh, yeah. It's the exact same. Which one went to the math, Jake? Oh, so the math that I called out at the beginning was your 2024 stuff. Wasn't even including the 2023. So it's like, yes, your math is beyond. Your math is beyond. Guess what? It's the same exact stuff. There's Blizzards, there's Dr. Pepper, Taco Casa. It's the same exact stuff we already called out.
Blizzard isn't Blizzards. Blizzards is actually
Video game.
wow. Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Okay. I thought you were saying Blizzards like ice cream.
That would say Dairy Queen if it was. Spotify, Dr. Pepper's everywhere, Apple Bill, Pop Stroke. It's the same exact fucking bullshit. Multi-pages, stupid spending, dumbest thing in the entire life. Again, 900, like 50-ish going out to eat, 750 on miscellaneous bullshit. It's stupid, just no tits. $1,000 in this account. What's this? Wells Fargo. You guys have so many accounts. This is fucking crazy.
Savings.
Roth IRA 3,000. Who's that?
Me.
So you do have retirement.
Yeah, but it's so minimal. Like,
Yeah, it is so minimal,
Yeah.
but and then 22,000 in your thing. Okay. It's a big mountain.
I do think we have too many accounts open, but I don't really know how. I don't know how we consolidate it at this point.
Well,
It's
you can start putting the auto pays in other accounts, your direct deposits into certain accounts, close the other accounts, sit down for a day, grind it out. Some of this just takes a little bit of work. Nothing's wrong with that. Maybe instead of putting insulation in a house that day and borrowing for it. Okay. Total household income that hits on a net monthly basis, 8,400. Okay. Okay, let's do the land as the mortgage of 81538. Utilities. Costs?
water's included in our well. Phone
Oh, what?
is 140. Electric.
Phone's 140?
I don't.
Well,
Is
combined.
that might be a different type of utility.
Oh, sorry.
That's our AT&T bill. But
Well, hold on. What's internet?
internet and electrical is the same, and that one's
How
going to
much
be
is that?
$160 a month
Okay.
for internet and electrical.
Okay, is there gas?
No.
Okay. Phone bill, what's your phone bill?
140.
140, okay. You can do helium if T-Mobile works out there. I'm not sure for the rural areas. T-Mobile doesn't work?
No, I had it before we
Damn, that sucks,
yeah,
because you could have done $40
yeah.
with both of you combined. That would have been great. Okay. Gas. Vroom, vroom, drive, drive. How much? Combined.
I'd probably fill up.
400. I'm gonna say 400 for both of us. We have to drive.
Is this true?
I probably fill up once a week. It's 60 times 4, 240. And then her car is super
About-
cheap. So yeah, $400 a month.
Okay. Car insurances?
I pay $269.
You?
200.
We're going to start doing this like a joint house because we're preparing for that. Okay, so $469. Okay, medical, health care, any ongoing expenses other than the insurance that gets taken out pre.
Mine is not taken out.
Okay, how much?
Mine 335.
Cool. And then copay is anything? Okay, $339. Any pets?
One
One.
dog.
Age, health,
She's
4.
pet food? How much?
Yeah. I get
almost nothing. $50 a month maybe.
Yeah, $50.
We
a month.
get it. His mom owns a pet store, and we get
Oh, that's really
very
cool.
well discounted.
Yeah, pet insurance?
No.
No.
Get pet insurance, $40 a month. If you can't afford it, you can't afford a pet because you're not going to let it die if something happens. TP fund, anything else you guys need to survive. This is makeup, this is toilet papers, whatever. $150. Groceries, we can do about $500. Use our cookbook that comes with the app, guys. Use the cookbook. Okay, your debt payments is what we need to add up. And while I am, is there anything else that needs to be in the budget that I have not included? Gym, anything
Child
like that?
support. Oh no, sorry, that's before. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's pre.
Yeah, I get my gym for free, but for her to
Oh,
be honest,
I-
$25.
Yeah.
25 for gym.
Yeah.
Okay, well, debt minimum monthly payments not including the mortgage is $2,269.16. Crazy, guys. All right, in order to survive is $5,357. There's no reason you guys are in this much debt. How much do you need to budget towards the house on a monthly basis to continue whatever?
We have pretty much everything bought at this point. We need to buy some flooring. So
what's that going to cost?
Maybe $500.
Okay. You have an extra $3,042 left on a monthly basis. There's no reason. Like I said, you could have cash flowed this whole thing. What a joke. Okay, come on, guys. It's just pay off smallest to largest. Focus your money together and just pay off the debts. It isn't really complicated. You guys are getting married. Maybe you can pretend like you are. If you're not ready yet for that, that's okay. You can wait till marriage. But even still, paying off the $96,217 of bad debt. Well, actually, no. Let's get rid of your student loans. Add minimum monthly payment until your student loans are paid off. So student loans is $31,000 of that, $854.41. So $64,362.84 of bad debt. With the $3,000, I'll give you guys $500 of fun. Okay. That is a lot more than people get on the show. So putting $2,500 towards your bad debt on a monthly basis, you're paid off in just over a year. Come on. This is the easiest thing in the world, guys. Use the budgeting app. You guys got this if you actually stick to it and actually discipline and not around and try all this extra Lego crap that you guys are doing. This is so dumb. You guys are out of debt in no time. Bad debt. And then your minimum monthly payments on the student loans and the mortgage, and then you get a 6-month emergency fund. Come on. Spending your budget, you overspend 0 out of 10. Your debt score, IRS debt, that brings us down to a 0 out of 10. Emergency fund, so there's nothing in savings right now.
I have 1,000.
1 out of 10. Retirement, yes, you're about a 3. You're about a 1. You're about a 4. You're about a 1. Combine those, we're going to get a 2 out of 10 for the household. And then real estate, you have the land. The house situation's rough. Sure, you could sell the land, but for the loan and for the money you put in the house, it's not a great situation. Going to give you a 5 out of 10 there. All right, Hammer Financial Score, rounded up 2 out of 10. Join us in the post show, guys. Join us there and join Elite for a better value of your money. Help support the channel, and you get over 1,000 hours of extra content and just endless stuff on a weekly basis. You can call in and even talk to me. It's a good time. Make sure to check out all of our education. It's all 15% off, and check out the Simpler Money Budgeting app. See you in the post show. This is big. A major T update. This is an update on my dating life. And only the pro gooners get to know about the updates on my dating life. To watch the financial audit post show, click the join button below.